What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. We have some news about upcoming events, guys. And not only summoning events, we're actually going to have a Titan event starting soon as well. I'm going to walk you through pretty much everything that you need to know. For whoever is going for the Fusion, this weekend we are going to have a champion chase tournament, if I'm not mistaken. So keep that in mind as well. You will probably have to open some ancients, right? And the good thing is that we are going to have a 2x on ancient shards. So this Friday, basically, we're going to have a 2x on ancient shards. And next to it, we're going to have a 10x on one of the most OP champions that Raid Shadow Legends ever seen in Teleria, Gracchos. Okay, so he's going to be on the 10x. Look, I've made a guide on this champion the other day, a showcase. He is good as a progression champion. If we're talking about anything else, he is rubbish, okay? His damage sucks. A lot of people are saying, Skratch, you shouldn't use this champion as a damage dealer because he's not meant to be a damage dealer. I mean, the very first thing that will tell you if a champion is a damage dealer or is not, just look at how much crit damage the champion has, okay? 63 crit damage. A support champion will not have 63 crit damage. They will have 50 crit damage. 50 crit damage. Helicat actually hits harder than him, right? So just kind of like to put that in perspective so you guys understand. Support champion will not have ignore defense in his kit. Yes, he does bring defense down, block buffs, which is really helpful progression-wise, especially if you don't have Ugo, which is the epic champion. The main thing with this champion, in my opinion, he is a massive bait for progression as well because he requires tons of books. So you have 5 in this skill, 7, 11 books to put in the champion, okay, for a legendary. They're much harder to get than the epic books. Yes, this skill right here is very odd because he gives you increased defense with block damage, which honestly doesn't really make sense. It should have been immunity instead to actually be a bit more helpful in the clan boss progression. But it's increased defense and block damage. The block damage is only for 1 turn. Yes, it will be on a 3-turn cooldown, but I would prefer this skill to be on a 4-turn cooldown with a block damage on a 2-turn instead of having the 3-turn cooldown. Because that would be even more helpful for people progressing through the game, especially when we're talking about clan boss, if we're talking about maybe ice golem or different areas where you actually need to keep that block damage on your team. As it is for the Hydra clan boss, it can be helpful as long as the Hydra doesn't steal your block damage and spreads it to the other heads, right? So it's all about making sure you have the block buffs on point all of the time. I prefer not to use block damage and unkillable champions in the Hydra, but that's just my point of view. He can boost your damage with a passive by 10%. As I've mentioned, progression-wise, yes, I'm not saying you cannot use him. To be honest, 99% of the champions are good for progression. No matter how you're putting it, somebody's going to have... is going to be able to make use of one of the champions from the 99% of them, okay? And help them with their progression. So it's kind of like the same situation with this one. I like the design. It really sucks that he's not able to do much, to be honest with you guys. Even if he would have had like Magnar multipliers or something like that, for a legendary, it's not broken, man. It would have been decent. Even like that, it would have been decent for Hydra clan boss to squeeze a bit of damage as well and actually really help out people that are struggling to get a top chest or whatever, you know. Either way, he's going to be on the 10x. Most likely, it will be only Friday and Saturday. So if any of you guys are trying to dodge him, open Sunday. The thing is, you kind of like need to collect all of them for the emblems and God knows what else you're getting. Some additional rewards if you collect all of the champions from the Chaos Awakes. Then, as I've mentioned, 2x on Ancients, the perfect time to open your Ancient Shards, especially that we have a Champion Chase tournament, which, honestly, the Ancient Shards are the best for it. Then, before we move into the Titan Point, we're actually going to have the opportunity to earn a 5-star soul for, or is not mentioning a 5-star, just a perfect soul, assuming it will be a 5-star soul for the most OP champion that we've ever seen in Raid Shadow Legends, Gracchos. And that is, of course, if you take the first place in the Champion Chase tournament. Now, today is only Wednesday, guys. We don't have everything in the calendar because, as I've mentioned, it's going to start on Friday. We will have another event as well. So they're not visible right here at the moment, okay? Then, moving on to the next thing. This is something that most likely a lot of people will be more interested into. This Friday, June 13, they are also planning to launch a special Titan event where you'll be able to get a perfect soul for Tolin, Fallbeard, and other valuable goodies. Usually, we have a mythical skill tome in there, so I tend to go for the mythical skill tome, and if I'm getting anything else on the way, I'm happy with that, right? Probably I'll get a soul too. I think you will need to awaken the champion to get some more points in the coalition event right here, if I remember it correctly. Yeah, so you're getting 320 from here, getting the fusion, upgrade his skills, use him in dungeons, etc. Right? So you have to basically do some things with Tolin to get more points. Now, it's not a necessity to get this as long as you're completing enough of these top events right here. And it seems like we had a reset. I hate it how Plarium made this left quest to basically do not match any of the events that we have in the game. So when we have a spider tournament, they're going to give you Ice Golem. When we have an Ice Golem tournament, they're going to give you to farm spider in here because they know people won't farm this unless they have some extra quest. Come on, Plarium, just put it to match, man. Like, seriously. You know, like, their events, make them sync together. Either way, they've done that intentionally, not to sync, basically. So you can just do a lot of repeat quests and you don't have to worry about getting Tolin, the soul, and all that stuff because you're not really getting like that many points from actually getting the 5-star soul. Let's see what information we actually have about that Titan event. Throughout the course of the Chaos Awakes Titan event, you'll be able to earn up to 1050 Titan points during the first part, lasting from June 13 to June 22nd, and up to 700 points during the second part, lasting from June 23rd to July 1st. You can earn up to maximum of 1750 Titan points, but you will only need 1500 Titan points to unlock all the milestone rewards. Titan events will feature various rewards such as 2-star Gaze of Damnation and 3-star Gilded Pinion relics. Tolin, Fallbeard, 1, 3, and 5-star Perfect Soul and Avatar, and other resources. So, 2-star Gaze of Damnation. Which relic is that? Let's quickly find out because honestly, I do not remember. So, event. Gaze of Damnation. Okay, so we're going to be able to get one of these relics from the Titan event, which is good. And then we're going to get the Gilded Pinion relic. Damn, they're not giving us the Skull of Treason, man. Come on, dude. So this one, the wearer receives 1% less damage for each turn of cooldown on all of their skills. Okay, this is not bad considering that you can get speed. At maximum level, you have 12 speed. But, man, I would have preferred this relic over it like all day long. All freaking day long. I'm not sure why they're not giving us this. I guess maybe they're going to do other events in the future from where we're going to be able to get it as guaranteed. As I've mentioned, last time we had a Hero Pad event, we had a Deck of Fate. The Deck of Fate, I think, only gave us materials, but the Hero Pad had a guaranteed relic. So hopefully, the Skull of Treason, which is the best out of these 6, not including the Mythicals, probably, even if you're thinking about that, it's one of the best. Hopefully, they will give it to us as a guaranteed, right? That's probably my most wanted out of the legendary epics and rares. I've already accumulated quite a few materials. Let's actually quickly burn them, guys. That's what we have in terms of events for this weekend. I am going for the fusion. I like the looks of the champion. Maybe he's gonna help me a bit in faction wars, even though I don't really think I have most of the damage dealers that I need to basically get that done. But you never know. You never know. Maybe it's gonna be better in the Curse City. Maybe I can use him on a annoying rotation or something like that, you know. Let's get a faction war materials in as well. Maybe we're gonna get a legendary. Okay, we got a group standard. Maybe we're gonna get a legendary from here. Legendary! No. Okay. Next time. Maybe we're gonna get a legendary from here. We have 300 materials from the events. So we got a rare. Chaos Awakes. Decreases and still thermical effects. Decrease and still thermical effects are 15% less effective against the wearer. Let's see what else we have in here. Oh, we got a group standard epic. Come on, bro. Give me the one from the freaking event. Legendary! Okay, we got the same one. That's it. I quit. I'm done. I'm done, guys. That's what I've got, basically. Nothing too juicy. We're still going to be able to accumulate some materials, but honestly, the HP burn relic is my most wanted. Can be really, really good on Vulcanos and other champions. And by the way, make sure you guys log in the game. We actually got a compensation today. So we got the multi-battles, the epic skill tome, the silver, and 150 energy. I'm not even sure for what, but basically we got some compensation. Freebies are always good. That was all for this video, guys. As usual, appreciate all of you guys watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.